So it's currently like 5 o'clock in the morning right now. For the last like 2 or 3 weeks or so, I've been going to sleep between 8 or 9 o'clock, so I can wake up between 3 to 4 o'clock every morning. I'm either studying, I'm either going to the gym. But this morning I did body treatment, right? Because I got Achilles injury and I'm working on strengthening my hamstrings, right? So I did some hamstring massage and stuff. I did a foam roller massage gun. I did some I did some Achilles rehab and stretching and massage out the Achilles and stuff. I say all that to say this, right? You got two different kind of people in life, right? You got someone that's going to make it happen and find a way to make it happen. Or are you going to find someone who's just going to complain about everything and just stay the same? And the thing about life is, it don't care about your complaints. It don't care about your excuses, right? You either go put the work in this thing called life, or you just not gonna do it at all, right? So I see some people, they want a better life, right? They want to be better in a certain area, right? But when they get the chances to level up, they get the chances to grow in that certain area, they don't want to level up, right? I remember yesterday, right? I was talking to one of my fellow track coaches, right? Yeah, one of my track coaches. I was like, man, these like a lot of athletes, they just don't want it, right? They practice start at 145. They come in at 152. They don't got their running shoes on. When they try to put spikes on, they're a few minutes late put the track spikes on. You know what I'm saying? They just like all over the place. You get what I'm saying? And I remember back when I was in high school, I had teammates that just really wanted it, right? So we practice a few minutes early. Be on the track ready to run a few minutes early. After practice, we doing some low impact technique drills. We just like really want it, right? Then it's like I tell a lot of them, it's like even outside of sports, right? It's just like if you want something, it's you gotta change that mindset. You got one person who had that mindset to level up. You got another person who just not trying to develop that mindset level up, because thing is about life, when it's all said and done, you go get the results from putting in the work, or you just want to get the results for the work you just want to get the results because of the work you didn't put in. Let me say that one more time. You either get results from the work you put in, or you won't get results because of the work you didn't put in. You get what I'm saying? So if you had a job, right, you try to move up the ladder bracket, right, or you be trying to own that business one day, right? You gotta perfect your craft. You gotta learn it in and out, right? You gotta show up. Maybe you gotta show up a few minutes early to do a little bit of extra work, or stay a little bit out to do a little bit of extra work. You get what I'm saying? You trying to level up in your career field, right? Whatever career field you in. You try to start your own business one day, your career field, right? You gotta study. You get what I'm saying? Like I talked to some students yesterday. I'm like, y'all don't really want it. They like, what you mean we don't really want it? Because I'm just picking their brain apart, right? Because they get some downtime in other classes, right? So I told them, like, you get downtime in other classes, they just sit there, just run the internet looking at random stuff. Like, no, if you really want something, do research, right? Because most people I know that was great in a certain field, any chance they got to doing research, any chance they got, they learning, they growing, they work on their craft every moment you get, right? I'm not saying you can never enjoy life, but if you messing around 80% of the time and the other 20% of the time, right, you have doing anything, how will you ever be great? How? Because someone really explained to me, how can you ever be great if when you get some downtime, do some deep research, you playing games, you slacking. You slacking, all right? Literally, you slacking. If you want to be better at said sport, you want to be better at said career field, like you want to be a better singer, you want to be a better singer, a better dancer, right? You want to be better at anything. You got to perfect your craft. You have to work on that more, right? If you think you're going to be better at cooking, you want to be a better cook, you think you're just going to go for a walk around the block and it's going to make you better cook. No, you got to watch cooking videos. You got to take notes on them. You got to go cook yourself and experiment with different ingredients and try different foods. That's the only way to get it done. It is the only way to get done. Some people just think it's just going to just happen. No, you got to put the work in. It's just not going to fall out the sky and happen one day. You really got to put the work in. Because if you really not putting the work in, right, how will you ever be great at it? You know, I met with a school psychologist slash teacher, right? I talked to her. I said one of the key things of life is a lot of people missed out on. You got two different people in the world. You got one person. Okay, let's just say this. Say a pair of shoes costs $200, right? Or 100. Let's say a shoes costs. Let's just say a pair of shoes drop limited edition, right, and it sell out really quick. The shoe cost. I'm not even gonna say really quick. Just limited edition costs $300, right? One person mindset is, man, I don't got $300. I could never be able to afford these shoes. The other person go ask themselves, how can I afford these shoes, right? So you get out of your mind like, okay, how can I afford these shoes? Oh, that scared me, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot, what's going on with the lights? But yeah, you got a different kind of person, right, in the world. That's right. And the shoes cost $300. They go be like, how can I afford these shoes? What can I do? They're gonna do things legally, right? They go do things legally that can help them afford the shoes. They go put the work in because these shoes mean a lot to them. They really want these shoes, right? So they're gonna really put the work in to get these shoes. They go cut grass. They could go do some different kind of yard work. They might go work extra hours at work. They might go find a weekend job for a few weeks. You get what I'm saying? They might, cut out the bad habits, the bad spending. They go find different ways to put the pieces together so they can't afford these shoes. But the person with mindset they can't afford these shoes, oh, well, these shoes would mean much to me anyway. Just because they was too lazy to put in a little bit more work to be able to afford them shoes. If you really want something, you got to find a way to make it happen. Right? I want better for my life, right? Because I just feel like my last 20-something years on earth just been, I just feel like a scrub. I just feel like I never had no proper guidance. I never had no proper leadership. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I never had the pieces there, so I was just out here doing whatever. Now, now I worked on my craft so much, and I work on myself so much that now I kind of got a better view on the world. I got a better view of my brain. My reality changed, right? My bad, I got a better view because I changed my brain. I changed my reality. I got a better view on the world. So now, the rest of my life I'm going to live life completely better than what I have in the past. Because I decided I want better for myself. So let me find out how I can have better for myself, right? Then I'm looking at stuff I did in the past. I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. But, oh, well, it's life. I don't care. I don't want to go back in time. I'm going to take what I got now. I'm going to keep moving forward. And that's how you should be. But, yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for many more videos to come. I'm out. Peace.